Humble beginnings, but you gotta be proud. This then completes our look at how television developed in North Florida. Of course, adequate technology was necessary, but there was something even more important, and that was the availability of skilled and creative people. Even though television required a bit more electronic know-how, when you got to the basics, it was pretty similar to radio. This is why individuals trained in radio fundamentals could transition to television in such a short period of time. Furthermore, if you had a first-class radio telephone license, which Bill Ragsdale and Bill Snowden did, you already knew television's basic principles, including a lot of the electronic details. But when you have people who had announcer as well as transmitter studio technical experience, then the task is made even easier. However, I am guessing that Mr. Phipps was a pretty good judge of people, and he picked the ones who could give him the most bang for the buck. Then when you throw Bob Kohler into the mix, a man with physics degrees and significant electronic experience, then perhaps the chances of success just became a little greater. There is no doubt that technology and knowledge were important, but I think the most significant factor was the ability of people to improvise when they didn't know what they were doing, probably a lot of the time. After all, so far as I can see, none of the technical people who built WFSU-TV had verifiable experience in the television arts. They apparently just winged it and often found creative solutions as they went along. The ability to creatively solve problems is very important to any business. WTAL radio is where the key people came together and learned what each could do. I think that television would not have come as soon as it did to North Florida and Tallahassee, Thomasville, had it not been for these special people and WTAL radio. Of course, there are some who might wonder if the players who started TV in North Florida were alive today, would they feel happy that they did it? The same question was asked of Philo T. Farnsworth on a TV show. It was revealed that he was the inventor of electronic television, and one of the regular members of the program asked, "Are you sorry?" Farnsworth never answered that question on the air, probably because they had run out of time and needed to go to a Winston commercial. Yet it really doesn't matter if the people involved were sorry or not. They accomplished it, and there's nothing that can be done about that now. The genie is out of the bottle, and it just isn't the least bit ready to go back in. I don't know how my dad would have answered this question, but he probably would not have stayed in the field if he had thought television was inherently bad. After all, we had a TV in the house, and we kids watched a lot of it. I can't see that it has harmed me very much, but maybe my wife would have a different opinion. Nevertheless, I think Dad was very proud of what he had been fortunate enough to accomplish, and I think all the others involved should be very proud as well.